Mickey, with John Hastings coming into the squad, is he cover just in case Shane Watson doesn't come up, or is he being considered separately to that?
No, he's been considered separately to that.
Throwing forward as well, Mickey, can you talk a bit about Mitchell Johnson's development, I suppose, recently, and he's back in the team after about a year out?
Yeah, look, I thought Mitchell was outstanding for us in the one-day series in Pakistan. He was he bowled superbly. Arguably one of our best bowlers there during that one-day series. He's been making good progress through the Shield cricket. I went and had a look at him at the WACA just last week, and he looked in fairly good touch. By all accounts, he bowled very well today as well. So yeah, I think he obviously thoroughly deserves his place, and I think we're very lucky that we have a lot of depth in this bowling department right now. So these two guys, given that they're all today, we can have a look how everybody comes up and make a really concerted effort and good decision for Wednesday. I mean for Friday.
Has he been picked with an eye to what he's done in Perth before?
That does play a role. It definitely plays a role. I mean, he's had good success at the WACA ground, but I think he's just shown really good progress through the whole summer so far, and really good to have him back. You know, he gives a little bit of fire. And if selected, sure he'll be ready to go.
Mickey, James Pattinson's injury, but ahead of this Test match, given he bowled so much in Brisbane, was there any consideration given at all to him sitting this one out? And was there, do you think there's anything else you guys could have done, or was it just he's a young fast bowler who gets injured?
He's a young fast bowler who, he's going to get injured. We got all medical reports. Our medical team are outstanding. Medical reports were that he should be okay. Ultimately, myself and Michael and the selector on duty make the call. We wanted to go with Paddo because we thought he had bowled really well in Brisbane. Unfortunately, young quick bowlers get injured. So, yeah, disappointing to lose him in the Test match.
Given the short turnaround to Perth and the toll this Test seems to have taken on Siddle and to a lesser extent Hilton House, is it conceivable that both those bowlers may not play in Perth? Yeah,
it is. It's certainly something that we need to look at. I think both Hilf and Sids have been outstanding. Particularly Sids. I thought there was a yeoman effort. I thought a really warrior-like. Effort, but we've got a couple of days. I can't see them bowling any balls at training, so we've just got to see how they pull up, see how they come up in Perth. Hence, we've given ourselves the cover in case they don't pull up well. We're in the position, I guess, where we could go with a totally different attack into Perth. But again, that'll depend on how Siddle and Hilf travel, and we've had Mitchell Starc with us, and we know Starkey's ready to go as well.
Do you foresee the possibility of playing 4 quicks, or is Nathan Lyon's spot safe in the team?
I thought Nath did everything asked of him this Test match. Unfortunately, didn't bowl us to victory today, but he was outstanding. He's just getting better and better as a Test match bowler. So it gives us an option to play 4 quicks. Again, the conditions will determine which way we go on that one.
It's the second time in his career he's been bowled twice in one down. Probably the worst Test I've seen him play in terms of his batting. We launched near the end. How do you see that?
We're hoping, we back Ricky. We unanimously back Ricky Ponting to get us some runs. By his own admission, I think Perth is a big test for him, and that's by his own admission. But Ricky's prepared brilliantly. He's really given us everything that we could possibly ask. He'll leave no stone unturned in his preparation going into Perth, and I'm backing him for a big score in Perth, no doubt about that.
Are questions about his future unfair, do you think, or do you think his form warrants these questions?
All I know is that inside the dressing room and privately, we've all backed Ricky Ponting. If Ricky's scoring runs, we certainly want Ricky Ponting around for the next 6 months. Certainly the next 6 months, we want Ricky Ponting to go to the Ashes. There's no doubt about that. Like any batsman, though, you've got to keep scoring runs, and that's by Ricky's own admission. I'm 100% sure, though, that and confident that Ricky will come through in Perth.
Did you say that all the selectors unanimously backed Ponting. Is that what you said?
Yeah, at the moment, Ricky Ponting has unanimous backing of the selection panel.
So was there any discussion about his future and whatnot when you guys spoke earlier?
No, none whatsoever.
Regarding the 3 days between Adelaide and Perth, how important is it for the guys to not think what if about today going into Perth?
Yeah, we've had a quick chat about that. You know, it was, today took a massive amount out of the blokes, and I'm just so proud of the effort that each and every one of them gave. You know, the guys are gutted that we didn't pull this Test match off, but we've spoken about it. Hopefully we can put that behind us now, and it all starts again for us. First ball in Perth on Friday. We've got to go. Tomorrow will be a travel day. We've got preparation day Wednesday. We've got preparation day Thursday. We've got to go and leave no stone unturned. We've got to make sure that we keep practicing like we want to play. We need to keep our intensity up. I thought our intensity around the series in terms of our preparation has been outstanding. We won't be leaving any stone unturned. And hopefully we can put that into good practice come first ball on Friday.
How different does that preparation have to be given how fatigued various members of this squad were after today? Well,
the training becomes more individualised now as we, you know, with such a quick turnaround, it's definitely more individualised. We've got a lot of new bowlers coming in. Those bowlers will be very keen to impress, I'm sure. So the quality of bowling around the nets is going to be first rate, and you know, I'm sure our batters will get a really good hit out, and I know that we'll be ready to go come Friday morning.
Is Rob Quiney's Test career essentially over, and also who's the next batsman in line to get a call up?
No, Rob Quiney's Test career is definitely not over. You know, Rob Quiney knocked the door down and got selected on the form that he had shown through our local domestic competition, and I think that's the way we as a panel always want to go. I think you've got to reward good domestic cricket form. I had a quick chat to Rob. Rob's been simply outstanding in everything he's done since he's arrived in our group. Obviously, he didn't get the runs he wanted, but for everything else, he's been outstanding. The message to him is simply keep knocking the door down, because you know, you never know what's around the corner, and if he keeps his name up in lights, he certainly will get another crack at it at some stage.
Until the next cab off the rank in terms of batsmen?
Well, at this stage, Quiney's right up there, and then I guess you can't look past Philip Hughes and you know, Usman Khawaja certainly making a really good case for himself as well. So, you know, we've got some young players there that have had a taste now of international cricket, and when called up or when needed, ready to step into the breach.
Mickey, Australia came to Adelaide on a high after what happened in Brisbane. Do you think that advantage is gone now?
I think I said, Telfer, you know, there's such a lot mentioned about momentum and things like that. Yeah, you sit down, you analyse, everybody's really happy at how you play, but momentum is only started again from the first ball of the next Test match. So, yeah, we took a lot of good psychological things out of Brisbane. We take a lot of good out of Adelaide. Yeah, sure, that it's still 0-0, but that counts for nothing going into the Perth Test match. You know, we've again got to make sure we do the 1%ers right to get ourselves in the best possible frame of mind to win the Test match in Perth.
Mickey, a lot of us came into this series thinking that, you know, for South Africa, Dale Steyn would be their go-to bowler, I suppose. And have you been surprised at all at their use of him at all, or just, I guess, the fact that he's perhaps been a bit below his best?
Not really. Dale stands up when games and that are on the line. I think we saw a little hint of that through this Test match. You know, I'm expecting Dale to really bound in Perth. So no, I haven't, to be honest. We know Dale's world class. We put a lot of preparation into how we wanted to play him, and I think we've played him nicely. But you know, I certainly think Dale's a quality class act.
Ben, Shane Watson looking good to bowl as well.
Yes, he is. Yeah, Shane Watson's done everything possible to get himself ready to play as an all-rounder. And I guess that was our dilemma, is did we play him here as a batsman, in which case we couldn't get the bowling loads into him so that he would only be available in Perth as a batsman. But what it's done now is by getting him right, it's given him an extra couple of days to get his treatment and certainly to get his bowling workloads up. So he'll be ready to bowl in Perth, definitely.